Coin Grading Guy here, and back with another episode of Coin Show Pickups. And what I got for you this week is an 030 New Orleans Mint State 64. Pick this up at my a local. It's kind of the big coin show where I live, twice a year, 3-day coin show, and I was at that show and on October 10th. And was able to pick this coin up to fill another hole in the Morgan dollar set that I'm trying to fill. I like this one. Just it looks, original. You can see it's kind of got that original toning from, who knows how long ago. Doesn't look like anything was done to the coin, at least to me. Apparently PCGS agreed as well, considering it's a Mint State 64. But I liked it. It was kind of that nice combination of, white and original toning around the rims. But so yeah, when I picked this one up, I got it home, and I've got my methods of what I think I would pay for a coin, and why, the research I do. But when I got this one home, doing the research on it, I saw that, because I don't look up at the mintages when I'm doing it. When I got it home, I looked at the 030, and the 030 has just over 4.4 million coins minted. And this is very similar. If you've been watching the channel, this coin, with respect to its rarity, is similar to a lot of the coins recently that I've purchased, meaning initially back in, early 1900s, 1920s or whatever, some of these coins, because they were minted and then put in treasuries and never circulated, were thought to be very rare. And then sometime in the late 50s and 60s, people find these coins in the treasuries or the banks, wherever they are, and they get sent out, and all of a sudden the rarity doesn't really, the rarity kind of they're not entirely rare anymore. And so this coin was one of those coins. Many, I guess, hundreds of thousands, of speculation is millions of these got released in the 60s. And with that mintage, and I'm going to put up a picture. I'll put up a picture of the red book while I talk about this. And you can see that the pricing for an 030, even though there are, over 4 million of them minted, which allegedly many of them got melted, the pricing of them starts very high for a poor condition coin. You can see, at least in the red book here, it starts at 475, and that left-hand column is a VF20 grade. Now, I do want to put a caveat. I don't use the red book to verify or trust, or, for my pricing, what I would pay for a coin. It's basically to help understand maybe the market or the rarity, if you will, or to give you a general idea. But, I guess I've learned in my, relatively few years, 5 years of collecting, that if you're paying red book prices, you're probably overpaying. But again, that's not always true in all the cases, so take it with a grain of salt. But looking at this 030, you can see that it's a very high price for a poor condition coin. And the increase of that as the coin gets a better grade does not go up drastically for each coin. And that's in contrast to, say, like the 04S there, it starts at, a relatively low price and jumps up pretty quick as the grades get better. The 030 is interesting enough, because if you look at the graded examples of these between PCGS and NGC, there are many thousands of these coins minted in mint state grades, far more than graded in lower state grades. So in the EF or VF range, there's only hundreds of them graded. So here's the question I'm throwing out, I guess, to you guys, if you've made it this far in the video. Help me understand the pricing on this 030, considering that there were over, 4.4 originally minted, I guess some unknown number melted. And at the same time, many, many thousands graded in mint state grades that are still commanding a premium over the same 030 and, let's say, a VF20 grade that there's only, maybe not even hundreds graded in that grade. So I guess I ask as again, I'm learning. I'm still a relatively new collector, 5 years or so I've been doing this. But, if rarity is a thing, I guess I'm looking to find out, the rarity of an 030 in a low state grade seems to be a whole lot harder to find than an 030 in a min state 64 grade, based on at least the grading companies and what they've actually graded thus far. So that's it. If you've got any comments on that, or if you're in the know, or if you're a dealer and you happen to be watching my lowly little channel here, feel free to chime in or put a comment in. Anyway, that's all I got. If you like this kind of content, feel free to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.